The Gina and Maddie podcast.
This Sunday, happening at Toowoon Bay, is the world's largest paddle out. It's in support of youth impacted by domestic violence here on the Central Coast. It's an initiative that's been created by a local lad, Sam Hilton, and he joins us in the studio this morning. Morning, Sam.
Morning. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. This is absolutely amazing.
Can you tell us all about the paddle? Because I know nothing about it. Fill me in.
Oh, the world's largest ever paddle out is a world record attempt. So we're looking to create the world's largest ever paddle out. It's the inaugural event happening right here on the Central Coast.
Yep.
And we need all our community champions and ocean lovers and people dusting off their old guns under the house and bringing out their Malibus and whatever they want to get out there. If they want to get out there on an inflatable unicorn.
On anything. You can just go out and paddle on anything.
Yeah, that's right. And even if you don't want to get in the water, just come down and be a part of it. This is a chance for the community to get behind the cause that I'm really passionate about. And having grown up here on the coast, there's so many people doing amazing work in that space, and this is just another thing that people can jump behind. So if you didn't know what you could do about it, this is an opportunity. It's the first day of summer.
Yeah.
Weather's looking absolutely cracking.
Which beach is it going to be at?
It's at Toowoon Bay, which I know a lot of people on the coast, they love Toowoon. And
beautiful.
To have the full support of the Toowoon Bay Surf Club, it just feels incredible. Like those guys are like, what do you need? How can we get behind you?
Isn't that great?
To have a whole team of people behind you like that is just an incredible feeling.
We're going to send down the All-Stars as well with free gelato and some free good stuff, some other free stuff as well. Now, you're the director of the Spirited Foundation.
Sure.
We had the Premier up here earlier this year talking about the domestic violence rates here on the coast. This is to support the youth that are impacted by it. Is that what you're passionate about?
Yeah, I love working with young people, and I work as a surf coach. I've done for about 10 years with ABO Donahoe's surf school, the Central Coast Surf Academy, and I just get a real buzz out of giving back to the younger generation. And I know this affects everyone, but it's often the children and the families that are suffering in silence. And so I think it affects the whole community.
Yeah.
But yeah, the children are our future. So we need to teach them the right ways.
Absolutely, mate. And so anyone can get involved. They can register. How do we need to register? Do you need to find a website, or can we just rock up? Or
yeah, so if you head to spirited.org.au, I'd encourage you to get on, sign up, so that when you get down there on the day, you can just have a bit of fun. Yeah. We've got live music, some local acts playing, Reese Meyer and Floyd Dewar, and we've got you guys coming down. Yeah, bringing the joy and sharing the stoke and making sure everyone's having fun, and everybody's just got behind it. We'll have some community support down there, so if people want to reach out to us on the day, you can have a chat to us. And we really love to see the whole community get behind this. As I said, it's a world record attempt.
How many people do you think you'll get?
I'm aiming for 512 because the Guinness Book of Records is 511. I know bigger paddle outs have happened in Australia and they're not recorded.
Yeah.
But this is something people can jump on every year. Like, I'd love to make an annual day every year for children, youth in Australia affected by domestic violence and families, because we don't have a day in Australia.
Good on you, mate.
So, like on the scale of Anzac Day, if we can get together and, celebrate our fallen soldiers and people fighting on far-flung battlegrounds, let's get behind the people that are just, fighting those battles behind closed doors here in Australia and give them a voice.
All right, so everyone get around at Spirited Foundation. We need 512 at a minimum at Toowoon Bay on Sunday.
But surely we can get in the thousands.
I reckon.
Surely.
The amount of boards that are here on the coast, the amount of surfers that are here.
What about all those old blokes down at your minor on the deck of excuses? Yeah. If they don't, I know a lot of them don't like leaving the deck of excuses, but if they want, they can host their own. They can host their own paddle out down there. Get out there, get out there and paddle on the same day, and we'll get that ripple effect that it's gone all the way across the Pacific Ocean in the inaugural year to Santa Cruz, which is incredible. The largest ocean on the planet, and up in Byron Bay. We all know how iconic Byron Bay is. So this is, these grassroots movements can spring up anywhere, but it's an issue that affects the whole community, so it takes the whole community to get behind it to fix it. So
like
the
Sam said,
more people we have out there spreading the awareness, and we'll just have a fantastic summer,
Get your SUP, get your sea kayak, get your surf ski,
your floating peacock, or whatever inflatable they got.
How far you got to
coming
paddle
out this year?
How far have you got to paddle?
Oh, look,
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter really. We're going to coordinate a really good paddle out. Like we've got the water safety team provided by the Toowoon Bay Surf Club, and
Brilliant.
We want to try and give people the opportunity to go out. So if you don't want to paddle far out, like you don't have to, because it'll be quite close to the shore.
Yeah.
So some people can go a little bit further out.
The floating peacock's not going to go as fast as a boogie board.
No, that's exactly right. So we want to get like long lines along the beach,
Sick.
sort of a marshalling area, and people can sort of stay on the end. And then if you're like right on the end of that, on the left or right side, you're not going to have to paddle far out.
Yeah.
You're just going to, because it's going to be like sort of concentric rings going around out. So the people on the last bit won't have to paddle as far out. They can just kind of hang on.
Fun thing.
My whole family's coming down, so I don't think my mum's been on a board since she had 4 kids.
Yeah,
so
amazing.
to see her getting out there and Dad and the whole family getting behind it is just an absolute dream. I never would have thought that I would see that, but it has happened. So
what time are you trying to get everyone there for?
So pre-registrations start at 11. The live music starts at 11.
Beautiful.
It's a good time to come down, and we're just going to have a lot of fun and get on spirited.org.au, pre-register so we can have an idea of how many people are coming down and share with your friends and family, and then that way in the day we can just have fun and get into it.
What's the one message that you'd want everyone to take away from that day, you reckon?
Just to make sure that we look after each other. Like I think we've come a long way away from where we need to be as a nation to make sure that our young feel seen and heard and loved and cared for and nurtured and that they can feel like they can talk to their parents or, role models or mentors or elders within the community. So if you're a community champion out there and, you're passionate about the cause, just come and show your support on the day, and however that looks, have a chat to a young person. Just, make sure you embrace, we live in such a beautiful place and it's a nasty issue, but it doesn't mean we can't make a really positive thing out of it. So we're taking a seemingly negative experience that impacts a lot of young people and families here on the coast and turning it into something really positive. Mate. Just like you guys do on the radio. You're a beacon of light.
Mate, props to you.
You guys swooshed in at the last minute and became a major sponsor of this, and I was carrying a lot of weight on my shoulders like, oh no, what have I done? And you guys came in and said, hey, we'll get behind you. What do you need? And so that was really, really, relieved a lot of pressure because I started the charity for nothing, and, I'm just sort of slowly getting there with understanding how everything works, but also, we rely on donations and doing fundraising as a way to get kids into programs, and we want to educate them in schools and have open discussions with the kids around the issues. So, because kids are smart, they know a lot.
Yeah.
So, by just opening it up and talking about it, it creates resilience and, it gives them a space to feel like they can talk about their issues. And I think that's like the biggest thing for young people is that, they often feel like it's either normal or they can't speak out about it, but they definitely can. There's a lot of incredible people in our community.
And with that, maybe you can break the cycle.
Exactly right. Yeah. Like, it would be, it's already happening. Yeah. Change is already happening. This is already changing lives. It's changed my life. It's changed my family's life. It's changing people's lives that I'm talking to. And, that's what life's about. It's about the shared experience. So it's just a day to have fun, a little challenge for people to get out and get involved in a world record attempt. And, we might not break it this year, but if we go year after year after year, we could be the largest ever paddle out in the world right here on the Central Coast.
Good on you, Sam.
You are an absolute inspiration. A lot of people have ideas and they don't know how to execute them, or they're just like, it's too hard. You've pulled your finger out and you have organised this, which is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Here at Star 104.5, we urge everyone who can to get out there and support the world's largest paddle out happening to Toowoon Bay this Sunday. Like Sam said, happening from 11 till 4. Get out there. You don't even have to paddle out to be a part of it. Get there, show your support and get around it. Sam, on you, mate. Really well done. And I really appreciate you coming in. Yeah, good on you,
Look forward to seeing you down there on Sunday.
See you, legend.
The Gina and Maddie Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.